Hello, Scorpio. Thank you for joining in. I'm just lighting my sage to cleanse the energy. This is going to be a general collective plug-in reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Please keep in mind that we all have an 8th house part of our birth charts. That does affect us all, no matter where we are on our paths. I will be using the Light Seers Tarot to grab your vibes here. And I do want to let you know that I'm aligned with love and light in God, and I'm here of service of the greatest and highest good of all of you guys. So thank you for allowing me to be of service in this way for you. And Scorpio, this is timeless also, so please take it as it resonates. Leave the rest for others when you find it. There's a message there for you. Your vibes. I'm going to get some what's going on from the Quantum Oracle. So Scorpio, I do feel like you might be sitting in good energy, all right? Reminiscing in the past a little bit, okay? And I'm going to grab some additional factors from my own real life Oracle deck here. I feel like you're sitting in good energy, maybe reminiscing the past a little bit. Maybe it's that time of year again, or maybe, I just kind of feel, like change is kind of beckoning to you. And I feel, how we may kind of revisit old chapters. I'm going to go a little deeper with the bicycle playing cards. Let's see. I feel the need to revisit some old chapters and really have some closure in those areas. Okay, so your vibes, you have major arcana card number 18, the moon. The moon can also represent a Pisces in your life, so you might be really focused on that person potentially. I'll just say this, okay? But the moon also does speak about what's been previously hidden or what is in the past already, illuminating some aspect of new information or reactivation of sorts. So sometimes I felt like, you're sitting in good energy. Maybe it's because you're about to move, or you feel like some kind of change is going to happen soon. I can feel this in your energy and how you might be kind of replaying those old memories and those old stories and kind of connecting with this or that from the past. And, sometimes that's healthy, and other times it may not be quite so healthy. All right. So I can feel how, Scorpio, it's important to recognize when your head is in kind of a more challenging state of being. And you'll know this because, you'll start to have some maybe uncomfortable emotions that arise, and you may even experience bodily symptoms. Like I feel how you could tremble and quake because you're kind of thinking about a memory that is kind of triggering to you, right? Or it touches on an emotional wound of the past that maybe you're not quite ready to deal with yet, okay? I almost feel some Scorpios are like torturing themselves in a way by doing this because you feel like you have to repay some kind of karmic penance, or I don't know, you're not allowed to be happy because nobody else is, or this kind of thing. Like it's interesting. So what I want to say to you here, Pisces, see, I know who you are, Scorpio, but this represents Pisces, and maybe you have a lot of Pisces in your chart. And I was just going to say, I almost want to keep calling you Pisces. And I did call you Pisces. So what's going on with the Piscean energy, Scorpio? I feel how that is kind of a call to lighten up a little bit. Okay, on this card, you see the black and the white wolves there. The moon is illuminating. Both wolves are howling, meaning I see the light and the darkness of the way things really were or really are. Okay, and it doesn't have to emotionally drown me. Okay, so I feel like Scorpio energy is kind of afraid to really settle on letting something land solidly because it maybe makes you feel better to just kind of have an unclear knowing that it's past you, or that you're past it. However, I just feel how this clarity is important, and keeping it tied up in the headspace with all these hangups or conditions or whatever this might be. I feel how it's important to kind of let it come down to the heart space a little bit, and just be realistic and compassionate. Like, okay, maybe I can say that someone had a negative hand in this scenario of the past. Maybe it was me. Okay, but I don't exactly want to say that because I'm me and I'm innocent. But and maybe we need to actually assume responsibility just to ourselves, to be like, look, man, I wasn't my best self and I made some mistakes and I wish I wouldn't have done that. But I did that and maybe it wasn't the right thing to do, whatever. I feel how, or that other person, sometimes that's just as hard. Like, man, I can't forgive them because they wounded me or hurt me, right? But to forgive them is not to accept or allow. It's not to say that this is okay in my life. It's to forgive the energy pattern from bothering you anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I can let all of that go for my own peace and sanity, for the brightness of my future, right? Because those kinds of things weigh us down. And I kind of feel a little bit like you might be weighed down, Scorpio, by this information. So I love the reminiscing of the good times, not so much drowning in the heaviness of the hard times. Okay. So allow yourself to see those things for what they are, and that will help you to feel prepared as you move into the future. Then you're not a person who just sits in denial. You're ready to call a spade and really be proactive about your self-care and self-love, right? So I can feel this here. Now, then what's going on? You've got the Eight of People, which the eight is the number of manifestation. So you have manifested these new supportive connections in your life. And these may be in varying degrees. You might be like, what are you talking about? Okay. This is a timeless reading. Whenever you find it, I want to say to you that to keep your eye out, because this is varying degrees of relationship. Maybe some Scorpios are actually manifesting a best friend, or a new boss that is very complimentary and it's opening doors for you. All right. Maybe it is a partnership. Maybe it is new supportive connections as you move through your day, through your life, people who smile, people who say thank you, people around your town that tell you to have a good morning or whatever this could be, right? New supportive connection. It doesn't have to be deep, intimate bonds. Okay. But various forms. Maybe you're deciding to go step outside of your comfort zone and do some kind of craft or hobby or learn something new that you can kind of dive in or get your feet wet or whatever. Like, I see some socialization here, the willingness to allow some even surface level healthy supportive connections. Like, that's healthy. All right. Not everybody has to know all your deep dark secrets or be your best friend. And in fact, I don't necessarily feel like you would. Okay. But I need to say something about energy patterns here, because additional factor is fearsome. So maybe you are a little afraid and holding back from these new supportive connections because of what has happened in the past. All right. That could be what it is. Maybe you're just not ready to open your heart or your life to other people just yet in this new way. Maybe you're really busy. You know what I mean? Maybe you're afraid that you'll let them down. Maybe you're afraid to ask in the help of other people for fear of embarrassment or vulnerability or whatever this could be. Okay, I feel how it's important to let the shoe be on the other foot sometimes, and to let others be there for you. And I really feel how when you open up to these new supportive connections, even like I say, harmless chit chat in the grocery store to compliment somebody, or to tell someone thank you for the good job, or to have a good day, or that they look really nice, or these little things that keep up healthy communication, right? You're sending out a frequency of how you vibe in the world. And then when you do have, say, potentially a very important connection that enters your life, romantic or business, doesn't matter, very important, right? You're like, oh my God, this could be something very important. So, how do I handle this? How do I handle this? The same way you handle all those other things, it'll feel the same, or it won't. It'll clash terribly. That's what I want to say. If this is a connection that is not resonant with your soul's growth, you will notice, all right? Even if you're excited, oh my gosh, this could be the one, and then all of a sudden I have a flat tire, and then something happens and I don't really like what I see, and then I have some weird feelings about this, okay? This is letting you know, all right? It's honing your intuition. So allow yourself to be bright, luminous, to smile, to plug in with people, to be there for people. Don't be afraid that it's going to come back and bite you, okay? In the instances where you're going to encounter further lessons that maybe you would rather not, you will sense into the dissonance long before you experience the turbulence. Okay, feel that, Scorpio, feel that. Now you got quite a few cards here, so let's just see what it is. Okay, this was the first one. Four of Hearts. Oh, hit my knee. Thanks, Scorpio. No, not your problem. Totally my doing. But I bet you feel like that sometimes, huh? I bet you do, because look at this, these fears that you may have that you hide behind. I will say this can be outside of you, someone else who, in the past or in the now, who thinks they have too much control over you or wants to have strong opinions about where you should go, what you should do, et cetera, et cetera. I do say put that stuff in the past, because you've all earned your seat at the table. You are the driver of your own life. You're allowed to step outside your comfort zone and everyone else's comfort zone too. You're allowed to do that, Scorpio. Okay, so this fear, it may be others, whatever. It may be just you, like not being willing exactly to step in some kind of direction. I feel that it's not going to come back and bite you. However, this Four of Hearts speaks about dissatisfaction and feeling like let down by what you've ended up with. Okay, maybe I thought it was going to be this, but now it's this, and I'm like, what the heck, right? Okay, or maybe I'm just a little bit bored with life right now. Okay, stale, stagnant, ho hum, everything's been, status quo, whatever, and I just don't know what the next thing could be. New supportive connection, that craft, that hobby, that going out and talking to people kind of thing. Like that's what you need, even if it's not a forever thing or even a long-term thing. It might just be a hello, goodbye, stranger kind of thing. Okay, but you're plugging in a healthy way, and you're being willing to do this to cleanse the energy patterns of the past so that they don't come back to bite you. All right, and you're not afraid that that's going to happen again, because if it would, you sniff it out like a bloodhound, right? That's what Spirit's telling me right now for Scorpio. So this Four of Hearts says, in the areas of life where you feel less than satisfied, it's up to you to bring in more joy, to bring in more excitement, more healthy ways of activation. Okay, it's up to you. That's that Jack of Clubs. I love this, man. Freaking beautiful, Scorpio. Jack of Clubs is about really embracing the present moment and for all that it's worth. Why? Because you want to, doing things with your time that really is deep and meaningful to you, that matters to you in a real way, all right? Or that gives back to you, like with passion. All right, passion is really what Spirit is honing in on here, is that in the places where you have stagnancy, you can bring in various pockets and moments of passion from other sources and outlets that reinvigorate your soul and illuminate your light. Now let's look here. You've also got the Seven of Diamonds, which is about where you place your attention is what grows and expands in your life. Okay, so watch what you're focused on. That's what you're growing more of. All right, so when we're focused on the dissonance, we're growing more dissonance, so we can really learn those lessons fully. Okay, however, when we're focused on the hope, the love, the faith, the having fun with one another, when we're focused on the positive and what is working out and what we're excited about the future, when we're focused on that, that's what grows and expands. All the experiences that validate those kinds of feelings. All right. I will tell you real quick. I tell this to people who watch me on lives and stuff, that what you focus on is what you end up seeing more and more of. Okay, so if you're going to go out for a nice walk or a stroll in the yard, but you're afraid you're going to step on poop, so you're scanning for poop, when you scan for poop, then that's all you're going to see, right? You're going to miss the walk. You're going to miss the smell of the grass. You're going to miss the air. You're going to miss the birds. You're going to miss everything. You're just going to poop is what you see because you're afraid you're going to see poop, right? However, if you intend to just see optimism, hope, positivity, love, excitement, the blessings that are around you in the experience that you are here to enjoy, right? Then that is what you will see more of as you step into your own manifested future. Now, here you have the Eight of Clubs showing up as well. The Eight of Clubs could be arrows of love, all right? So some Scorpios might be actually meeting new romantic partners or people that you love in life. You know, you have a love for friends or people who feel like family, right? That soul family. I feel how that could be there for you. And before the biggest breakthrough, sometimes we have a breakdown. All right. I can't do this. This is crazy. And then all of a sudden, wow, you know what? I made it through and everything's fine. And I'm actually happy and I've met new friends and everything's good, whatever. This Eight of Clubs here can also be fast movement, energy that's really happening and flowing, all right? But sometimes it can be too much and it can be like a lot of different opinions, all right? The Eight of Clubs can also signify maybe you have a lot of people in your life who have a lot of opinions, all right? And they can come together and clash, okay? Or they can come together and create something very beautiful. It just takes one person to speak up and kind of take the lead here to move everyone in the same direction. Our leaders should be healthy, lest the crowd, you know, be dysfunctional as well. I want to say that to you here, Scorpio. And you are a healthy individual who can take the lead if you need to and move things in a smooth and positive direction for yourself and others. Just watch that mindset and don't be afraid that it's going to burn you somehow. All right. Let that fear go. Trust the universe to know that all experiences are exactly what your soul needs at the time when it happens. All right. So no one has gone astray. You're exactly where you need to be. Thank you, Scorpio. I'm sending you all the love.